energy level test.
Energy level test? We're here. We're doing it.
What are we doing, bro? What is this?
So,
Wait. What is that, like a motor or something? Like, it's, bro, I hear all the time people online saying that once you put a motor on a kayak, it's no longer a kayak.
I mean, there's a lot to be said about opinions, right? What I will say is that if you want a pedal system and you want a motor and you want them together, I don't know a better way to do it besides the overdrive with the motor drive upgrade, like you can see right here. For being able to switch between those two kinds of modes as quickly as you can is a huge boon to any kayak fisherman out there. The overdrive system is a drive shaft operated pedal system pioneered by Feelfree. Standard on all of our lure models and everything like that. Being able to implement something like this is a huge bonus. I don't have to bring two drives, right? Like that's a huge thing that you'd have to think about. If you've got a trolling motor and a pedal system, at some point either you're switching them out from the center console or you've got a huge extra amount of weight in the rear with that extra trolling motor. You got to figure out rigging up different hand control units to control the rudder. And then on top of that, well, ultimately what I'm trying to say is that you're sacrificing something. With this, there's no sacrifice. It's nice, it's flush, it looks good, it's been made for this unit, and it works really well. What, 3-4 miles an hour you can get up to, depending on what kind of battery that you get in there, between like 4 and 6 hours of usage. You're only gonna need to charge it up like every other trip, give or take, and that's if you're using it really heavily. And again, to have it all baked into one design feature like this, huge. Easier to maintain, easier to store. It's gonna make you more likely to take it out. And that's what I wanna see, is people on the water.
So what do you have here? What kind of boat is this?
So this is the Lure 13.5 OD model. This is some of our bread and butter here at Waterways. The Lure series is a tried and true model that Feelfree started off with. So it uses that state-of-the-art tri-hull, comparable to what you saw in our Moken 10 friend over here, but some other notable, I guess, crossover points between those. That molded-in handle, you've got a huge upgrade compared to dry storage. This hatch, again, because all of these boats are roto-molded, this runs the full length of the kayak. So for extra rods and gear, you can stuff it all the way to the back. Now, if you put anything smaller than that, like a phone, some keys, or a wallet, and you put it down in there without a dry bag, have you ever dropped a guitar pick into a guitar?
No, but I know that.
So, what you do, it's hard to get back out, is what I'm trying to say.
I know the picture you're painting.
Yeah.
Maybe like somehow lash it to something. Or
Yeah, absolutely. So what people will do is they'll tie off mesh bags and stuff like that, or they'll drill a little hole right here and tie it off onto this lip or something like that. There's a bunch of different ways to do it. Otherwise, you've also got an extra front storage latch right here, which is, there we go, which right now houses the brains and whatnot for our motor unit right here. But that's a huge upgrade that you get with the 13.5 compared to either the 11.5 or the 10 versions of this Lure series. But working our way back from there, dry storage rod tip protectors, which are an awesome accessory you're gonna use all the time. Nice bungee storage, again, that storage hatch right here. The Unitrack accessory rails that we were talking about earlier, you've got 2 along here, another 2 in the rear. But holy cow, the overdrive system from Feelfree, this thing is robust. Again, drive shaft operated, able to take that motorized unit as well. Huge bonus there. You got your hand control unit right here for that. So forward, reverse, you've also got a speed dial, and of course the power switch.
So you get basically, if you wanna exercise, you use the drive normally, but if you wanna just relax, you could just turn the motor on.
Absolutely. It expands the range at which you can efficiently fish, or how far you want to go out. Also for me, I think about safety and stuff like that. Having an extra set of basically hands on this kayak to get you home in case something happens, that's huge for me. Like, I love my customers. I want to see you come back. So something like this, added safety, added usability, functionality, and everything else like that. Another hallmark of a Lure design includes this massive standing platform, reinforced underneath and then topped with foam. It's very slip resistant. It's also much quieter, so you can kind of stealth up on the fish a little bit. Ambidextrous paddle parks as well. So you got 2 spots to lock down a paddle, or if you've got like a stake pole or whatever, so you can anchor down efficiently as well. Molded in handles along the sides here. So 2, and these are bow style grips, very ergonomic. You can see that. And then we've got the gravity seat, which is another hallmark of our lure. Adjustable 10 different levels up and down, on the fly, on the water. Great for people with lower back issues. You see you got a huge amount of lower back support right here. It's a quick drying material that we've got, completely removable. And then with the overdrive model, you've also got a seat extender, so you can bring this forward or back depending on how long your legs are. Other things, of course, flush mounted rod holders, rod leashes, a nice rear tank well. This is a bit larger than our Moken 10 friend over there. So we've actually got one of Feel Free's large fish bags. These things are great too. It's a rubberized material along the top, so it's going to be completely waterproof right here. Ripstop nylon along the sides here. You've got a couple of different access points. So you got through the top here, which is awesome. And you see that material in there. It is lightly insulated too, to keep your your catches cold. And you got another access point right through here as well, and a removable liner to make sure that cleaning this thing is a breeze. Same thing with the lure here. Like we were talking about, scupper holes throughout, that drain plug. Keeping these guys clean is a non-issue. Toss that back down in there. Again, you got the Unitrack rails back here. Great for a visibility kit, especially if you're in a spot where you have like motorboats and stuff like that around. You want to make sure that they can see you, and stuff like this is great to have.
And if you fish at night, is this
Yeah, it's a 360 degree, and it's a white light, which is at least in Florida, I know for a fact this is all that you're going to be required of.
No, you need the bicolor ones.
Depending on the length of the kayak.
Oh, really?
And stuff like that. Yeah, definitely check the current regulations and stuff like that where you are. But for vessels of this size and caliber, all that is required of you is a visible white light to prevent crashes. And you don't even necessarily have to have it on at all times. Again, double check your area and double check me. Make sure you're safe out there. For me, I want to give everybody the least amount of excuses for hitting me. So
yeah,
tall, giant bright orange flag, nice light up top. Don't let them have any excuse. Anyways, on to the more fun stuff. Again, you got the beaver tail rudder, oversized, massive. It'll actually impact your stability in the water. It's so large. As you rock from left to right, that rudder right there is actually going to have to move water out of the way. So it'll keep you real nice and comfy like. An extra canvas handle right here to go along with the molded in handle. And again, that nice wheel in the keel. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you don't have to get a car, you just drag and go.
Yep, absolutely. The hand control for this guy is a little bit, he's different. I think it's pretty cool. It's the 8-ball hand control device. So you got the bonus style points with the 8-ball up top, which I love. Super usable, easy to use. What I will say is that it is super easy to stand up on something like this, especially from like the higher seated position. Like once you pick this gravity seat up, like going from here to a full standing position is super easy. Bread and butter, one of the first editions that Feel Free's ever released. What, like 10 years ago, 10, 11, 12?
And it has that cat hole, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so again, it's gonna be that sort of tri-hull style, 3 distinct bodies within the water. Really stable, really great for tracking as well. And it'll go the distance. Another really cool thing, similar to what we were talking about with the Moken 10, that bow slap, or whatever we want to call it, you've got that pronounced keel that should kind of channel water away, if that makes sense. So if a wave crests here, instead of like slapping it, it's going to kind of carve it away.
It's going to go through it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like not going to punch it. It's not going to like punch and make a sound. It's going to cut it.
Water. Yeah. You're cutting through it. And so yeah, that's Lure 13.5. If you want to check this guy out or just about anything else that we have in our lineup, again, whether that's Feel Free, Three Waters, Seastream, or Johnny Boats, please stop on by one of our shops. We've got most everything on display, and if I don't have it, I can get it in for you.